son, I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm
What's up?
We gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways,
I don't know
think I
either.
need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going.
Hey, you know Marshawn Lynch just got signed back with the Seahawks.
My back, you laughing.
So you don't have to struggle. Ooh. I think I'm gonna beat you up with these boys. Nigga, you know I like defense, nigga. Defense is the key, cuz. Purple. So I can feel like the Falcons. Remember the Dollars a High Falcon? There we go. Well, I sure hope they motherfucking playbook ain't ass. If it is, I'm gonna be pissed. Come up and get your ass whooped with that damn whack ass team you got. You can do. What the fuck? This guy was toxic. Let me hear about that.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right, let's get busy. Come on. Goddamn Coach Mark is in the building.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling lead to no yards gained.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Gun.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Watch the screen. Hey, Echo.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. On the ground, it's Cook. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
At the 36-yard line. General West. Up, up. Right there. 54, right there. Right there.
From the 36, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. They'll look to set up his blockers. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
But he's set in that zone. There was a comeback run.
On first down, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to run that advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern. And
you got to fucking effectively. You can't run away from your game plan.
The safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
You can't go away from
Extra
your game
point
plan.
up and
You got
good
to keep
by
running
Bailey.
the ball.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. That'll be taken in the end zone.
But you know it's the truth, cuz. You know that's what happened. They got just burnt y'all on the motherfucking one. It was only right that I came back with a PA. Nigga, it's only right. Play action. And guess what? Nigga was motherfucking burnt in the middle, nigga.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 31, Mayfield. They find some open field here. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
I did hit the R2 to the right.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
They got one of the highest state-of-the-art stadiums. I see it.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Right here. Hey, wahoo!
Mayfield with it once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Landry, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. First down, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And this will be brought back to the 22. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
I could go there and ball with them boys.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Eluding the pressure right. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sione Takitaki able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hurry! Mike 5-4. Pistol. Mike 5-4. Bandit. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch that.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
That wasn't even a blitz. That was a fucking cover 2. My front 4 getting back there.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
You gotta get the ball. Regular. Mike 54. Hurry. Get the way. Up. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Throwing. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, third down here. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Hey, Zoo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Third and long for Mayfield. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fourth down, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Now a run with Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Fuck that, and the game put me in the hospital.
The Browns on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Just hurry. 5. Let's go. Mike by 4,
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Cousins the thrower.
Oh, my
Too
God.
much that time as
Let me
Cousins
get that
goes
back.
down. Sheldon Richardson with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Now Cousins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down to the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall.
I thought it was supposed to be a direct snap to the fucking, to the kicker, the placeholder.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. On 1st down, it's Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins here to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 30 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Bump on your face.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost, it was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Run, run, run.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros shown.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time.
Oh, hell yeah, they do, nigga. They got one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on
what
the
are you
one
talking about?
side,
They
if you
just,
try to take away something positive from this game, they play to the final whistle,
if they win this weekend and fucking Green Bay lose, then they win the North. But if they don't, they get the wild card.
I'd say give them points
They
for
like fucking
positivity.
10 and
I
5.
like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled,
because the Vikings finally lost their first game at home against Green Bay last weekend.
It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained
that was
before,
the game of the
you gotta
week.
play it all the way through. Come on,
But
this thing was
the
done.
only reason why they really won because
So
they didn't have
for
Cook.
Charles
Cook
Davis,
I
I'm
think he had a
Brandon Gunn.
fucking
And this has been a
concussion
presentation
protocol.
of the NFL
You
on
heard yourself
EA Sports. For more,
week
check
before
us out at easports.com. It's a
Just
win for the
because
Vikings as we say so long
Kirk
from
Cousins is
Minneapolis.
ass. But the shit that been getting them the wins is their defense and they can run the ball. Cook, that damn running back, that nigga is nasty. Dalvin Cook. He got 2 elite receivers and he got a good tight end. But it's just Cousins ain't been playing. They paid him all that damn money and that nigga ain't performing. You trying to play another one? Yeah. I'd be bored too. Get my ass whooped, nigga. Shit. Yeah, cause my defense is all over your ass, nigga. He's like. What you gave her to make her fucking go eat like that? That little fat ass. That's why she come down here for a midnight meal. And she gonna go up and be ready to go to sleep. Ain't that right, fat girl? Got me something to eat. Give me something to drink. Come on, mama, let's go upstairs. Time to go to sleep. That's what she's saying. Don't give her that damn nasty ass water. Give her a bottle of water like us. See, feet, that's why you got a little Papa. Papa don't give you no faucet water. I give you. Don't step on my controller. See what your mama just gave you? She gave you faucet water. Me? I give you bottled water. No, every time tell her feet, you eat and drink good around here. Tell you she had the best of the best. For a goddamn dog. Need to go sleep. It's your bedtime. Leave me alone. I'm scratching my back. I ain't coming to bother you.
Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist. I never switch.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold.
What are you doing? Go sit down somewhere. Hey, wanna watch that your little stripper movie? It's my birthday. So what? That means what? Nigga, I'm too old to do this shit like that. Crazy, I'm watching this shit about we had to go watch it. From who? Oh nigga, if he go to the Saints, that's it. That's crazy. Well, they gotta let him play because he got acquitted from all this shit. He never got charged for anything. They dropped all charges. They can't fucking do that. Yeah, all his shit got dropped. They can't just say he can't play. If they do that, then he can sue the fucking NFL for rights because the only reason why they did it is because no, nigga, they dropped all charges have been dropped. Everything that he had against him has been dropped. He has nothing against him. Nothing. All of them been dropped. He either paid it off or whatever he did, but all. But she dropped them, so right now you can't do nothing until it come back up. That's it, nigga. They can't do nothing to him. If the NFL say he can't, if the NFL say he can't play because of that, and his charges have been dropped, and she got to refile them, then that's undue justice. You can't do nothing on that. And by the time, and then you got to think about it like this. The NFL should have already did their investigation on him with the time that he's been out. You get what I'm saying? Like, If they, yeah, I'm telling you this. If fucking Sean Payton and them get that boy, man, with the other weapons that they got, Lord have mercy. It's just bananas. He about to be it. And what team do I want to see with? They got you in here. Start it over. Tell me when you're ready. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
They asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
What are you barking on that?
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up,
she was barking.
never not on my grind. New York City time.
Just look.
Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Working out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard. On the job, see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I couldn't be number two. MVP the lead most valuable. They speak trophies I didn't grab if you can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no reason. W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit your team, shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me, we ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and off we go from Seattle. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down.
See if they got Marshawn Lynch over here. Yeah, they do. That nigga in the game, too. I ain't even had to put him in there. Oh, shit.
The 22-yard line.
Yeah, boy. Nigga, I'm about to motherfucking run for 100 yards with this kid. They got 87 speed.
Mike, Here we go. Watch the
The first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Double time. Even. 4 down. Even. Joker.
On second down now, it's Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
If you want to fucking go for that nigga feet.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. This is Lynch on the draw, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Mike 54. Hey, watch your leg. Slam.
On second down.
Come on,
it's Lynch.
the block
and
over
he
there.
gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Where'd you fucking block over
They had
there?
that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz.
You would've held
Stopped
that
that
block.
one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
I just want to see Lynch do good, though, because them niggas talking shit. That nigga.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Where you at? Why they got that over his head? Oh, he must be listening.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Lynch. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold him to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the third and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's first and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep that away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
This is confusing me. I should have fucking checked out.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start to drive with Lynch. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That nigga got some gold cleats on. That nigga out there looking cold with it.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Too much. Bobby, get back there. Go on to Zeke. Go. Go, Bobby.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Shit is bad.
Here we go. 50, check by 50. Watch the run.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Go. Get out there.
No. There we go.
We're going to 52.
On 2nd and 12. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Oh, he stuck that in there. Come on, defense.
The 30.
Shit.
Goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it will set him back for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Elliott, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
So that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit.
Oh, that nigga in
the second quarter.
You
time to change things.
That nigga in the
zone. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
You see the nigga lit up?
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag. That guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time.
This is the only nigga doing something for
DeMarcus
you.
Lawrence.
Who else?
He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That's the only nigga doing something.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 30 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb.
Like that, baby.
Oh, it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver.
No way.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I already know what to do now. Okay.
We go 46. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. We ain't giving him nothing today.
To the air again, Prescott. Caught by Cobb.
Oh, that was my
and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was
the Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Forbath's kick is no good. It's wide out for Forbath, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Push him outside.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Probably got outside.
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the intended target.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Give us a little room.
Space there for the
Give us a little room so we can fucking manage this shit, man.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua. And they'll get him down around the 11-yard line.
1 first down after another.
A gain of 5.
Give me a little bit more space back there. I need a little space. Because that boy be coming. Need a little bit of space. We're going right at that nigga, too.
1st down, the run with Lynch.
Let's go, boy.
Just shy of the 25 at the 24.
That's the way to get us out of trouble.
On a pickup of 13.
Get us out of trouble.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's thinking too much. We got him thinking.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Come on.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Wilson now, operating from the gun. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're able to work this to
like
the
a question mark over the nigga head.
Said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Yeah.
On 1st down, Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like that.
They'll run again with Lynch. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Okay.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh,
pressure, and he'll go down.
You had 2 niggas blitzing on that thing. Yeah, it was the cornerback and the fucking linebacker.
So comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Yeah, I saw it.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, I missed this shit. Fuck!
Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I know what a blitz
that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss
in the zone.
Might that turn out to be? Stay tuned.
Let's go.
There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it
Bobby
would have been 2 scores.
Let's go.
A run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bobby hot. Go, Bobby. Go get him.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Look at that nigga. That nigga came out of nowhere. That nigga's a
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come to one. Come on, dude. I need you back there.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
We there.
This to Jarwin. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
We there on this. Bobby back there. Gotta check out of that damn line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
Let me get that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brad McDougal.
You better not say he's about to catch.
Terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Nigga,
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him.
Nigga, you shouldn't have caught me, though. Because you should not have caught me right now.
I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners, who've had the receivers on lockdown.
This is Lynch.
Good motherfucking block.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
Check out. We doing that motherfucking...
On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Fucked up. No, I meant to press square and press circle. Nigga, your blitz was coming from the other side.
After that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can't throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy
you
first
sent
down.
blitzes. Nigga, what the fuck you think I'm going to do?
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing
shut
for
up.
an
You
offense.
caught me on the
Finding a way to
motherfucking
create that
3-4
type
yard
of
line
yardage in your
diving
running
out,
game.
nigga. Shut up.
That'll make the
I don't want
guys
to hear
carrying the
nothing
ball
about
very, very
tackles
happy.
or fake.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I'm all on this. Better run it. I'm telling you, I'm picking this shit if you don't. Hey, you better check out to a run. Because this shit thick.
Elliott.
Nigga, I got my badge on too, nigga. What you thought this shit was just, nigga?
Making the
What the fuck you
stop
thought
that
this was,
time,
nigga?
Bobby Wagner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We want it. Come to my work. Check 4.
He running. Let's go. Slide over. We got everything outside.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40
I got everything
to the
outside one contained, nigga.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo.
Push everything inside.
Establish things.
Outside
but the
is
defensive
contained.
guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Outside is contained. Make him go inside.
Throwing.
That's my pick right there. I'm there. Give me that.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Give him a chance.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, 47. Here we go. 26.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Blitz coming and down.
Oh, he wasn't giving you a chance.
KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with a 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big ones. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now.
And they got trying to run that nigga over. Look.
And make them use their timeouts and get
that
a first
nigga
down. They've got to stop right here. And if so, they still got an opportunity.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch.
Oh, there it goes.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That nigga ran that nigga over, boy.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes.
He ran that nigga over. That's what I'm talking about.
So it's
They say, oh, he give me the ball
as we
with
march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Yes, sir.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
But you gotta keep on going.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. So
let me get that
recover here, Charles.
Let me get that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
You got to pay AB, nigga. You can't even pay his quarterback, nigga. You think he's gonna pay? He just paid all that money to motherfucking Zeke, and he gave
about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Crop. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Oh, that nigga hit me with a
and he'll make it across the 20. As those guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Stick that nigga. Woo! And them niggas hit each other. Like, nigga, where you go?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
Catch him. Oh, I can't get his fucking fake ass down like you did.
Give me a fake ass down. 77 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film.
Zach fell down.
This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Zeke fell down and then still got up and caught that. Yeah, that's why I left him alone, nigga. I ain't even know he was still in the play.
Right now following the touchdown.
It's like, hey, fake like you gonna fall down, get back up and take that.
That's fielded in the end zone.
I'm gonna hit you, man.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a pick up of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Wilson wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing that they're picking up the first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's get on the field. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 14. Off. Watch the run. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 54.
Now Wilson to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So the victory here for Seattle, and they have to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
You do? No. No, the only reason why I ain't, because I've been waking up at like fucking 9.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL
so you gotta have a
on EA
Sports.
Like for more, log on to EASports.com.
It's balanced.
It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from
it's a
Seattle.
Balanced game right there. GG's in the chat. You know what I'm talking about, Jack? You know what I'm saying, fool? Nigga, hey, listen. You know if I started playing Madden again, you see how terrifying my defense is? If I get my offense back to going how my defense is? Nigga, I'll be tough. You know that shit. That defense ain't no hole, nigga. Nigga, I could play with any defense. As long as I got a couple of good defensive players over there, you know that I'm defensive minded, nigga. I should have been Darlington High motherfucking head coach, because the ones they got now, nigga, I'm defensive minded, nigga. I'm going to take, hey, make that nigga throw that motherfucking rock. Get back there. Nigga, we live by, die by the blitz. And play motherfucking cover 2 over top, nigga. Man up on the motherfucking corner. Cover 2 over the top. Send everybody else. Run the ball. You saw I did it 22 ice on your ass all day. I did that Coach Harrison. He run it again. 22 ice. You remember that's how we lost that damn game in motherfucking Carolina Forest. We scored a touchdown on it, and then they told Twan to run the same motherfucking play, and Twan Ross was like, Coach, because they called a timeout. He said, Coach, they know the fucking play. He said when they did a check, he said the defensive line shifted to where it was going. He's like, no. They ran in. We got stopped. Lost that motherfucking game trying to go for a 2-point conversion instead of going for the motherfucking extra point. And after that, we ain't won no more games after that.